Hi everyone, welcome back to Watch It Played. My name is Rodney Smith. This is part 2 of our look at some Go7 gaming inserts. If you missed part 1, I'll put a link to it in the description of this video. And at the end of this episode, we're going to have a contest to give away another one of their inserts, so stick around for that. Also keep in mind, these inserts require some assembly, and if you'd like to see an example of how they go together, I'll put a link to that in the description of this video as well. Well, this time around, I thought I would look at some of their insert solutions for card-based games. And let's begin by taking a look at Warhammer 40,000 Conquest. Before we begin, I think it's important to point out that the box sizes for these living card games has changed rather drastically in the last year. Fantasy Flight Games used to put them in these boxes, which you can tell are taller and just larger overall. So you can store your cards on their sides and then separate them into the different factions or decks and still put the lid on top. That's not really an option here for Conquest. This is a smaller box overall and lower. So players are either bagging up their different decks and separating their cards by faction, or just chucking this box and using deck boxes instead. But some of us do like to keep our games in the original boxes. We have the nice artwork, it looks good on a shelf, and it has room to hold the rule books and other tokens and extra factions, and everything's kind of contained all in one spot, which is appealing to a lot of players. So what was Go7 Gaming going to do if they wanted to have a box that you could use in a practical way? Well, they were going to have to create an insert that did force the box lid to float, as you see here. But I think the compromise is well worth it. Let's take a look. As I take off the lid, I think you'll see what I mean. On top here, we have the rule books, but inside, a fully organized insert. First of all, you'll notice that these cards are sleeved, and I have in here actually, at the time of this recording, the entire base set and every expansion in the first cycle that has been released so far. I believe there's one left to go, and you can see I have space here where it's going to fit in just fine. These slots cut into the sides of the insert allow you to put the included dividers in wherever you like, so you can organize your cards in the way that makes sense to you. And at the back of the insert, there are some additional slots specifically for the tokens to fit in upright, so you can organize those as well. Another important design decision was that the insert be perfectly flush all the way around the top, so that when you put the lid on, even though it won't go all the way down, it will be evenly supported so that it doesn't get damaged. But that's not all. What about the tokens that come with the game? Where are they hiding? Well, they're right inside of this bit box. This lid comes off here, and inside we have sections for all the different types of tokens. Just drop it on the table and you're ready to go. So let's go from a small box holding a ton of stuff to a larger box, Legendary Encounters. This box, being as big as it is, probably did not pose the same kind of challenges that Conquest did to Go7 Gaming. The lid sits all the way down, and as we take it off, we're going to see exactly how much room we have to work with, which is a lot. We have a center lane here to fit the folded mat, and again, slots cut all the way down here in both lanes so you can put the dividers in as you want. You can actually buy these dividers separately as well if you need or want more than what's included with the insert. In this case, I'm borrowing a friend's copy of the game, and they already had their own dividers printed up, and so that's what I'm using to divide most of these different cards. But of course, you'll be free to organize things as it makes sense to you. And with all of this extra room, you can imagine space for expansions, for the Predator set when it comes out. I like when I can pack as many different expansions into the base game as possible, and that's certainly going to be an option here. And it's probably no surprise, there's plenty of room if you want to sleeve your cards as well. All right, up next, another small box, Mecha Koro. Once again, the lid goes all the way down, but let's get rid of that and the manuals and take a look at the insert. Once again, no surprise here, lots of room, great organization, and dividers to split things up the way that you want to. It's also worth pointing out that this has the base game and the Harbor expansion inside of it. Clearly room for loads more. And all of the tokens are safely tucked into these bit boxes. I thought this was a clever design. We actually have 3 different bit boxes here, and they all go on top of each other, but if you try to rotate them back and forth, they stay together because of the way the grooves are. But when you lift up, they just pop out. So now you have a tray for the value 1 coins, and here I have the value 5 coins with the dice, and in here we have the rest of the money. Again, great for setup and putting around the table when you're playing, and easy to put away. So there you have it, 3 more inserts from Go7 Gaming. If you like what you see here, I'll put a link to their website in the description of this video, so you can go and check out all of their different inserts and gaming accessories that they provide. They have some custom tokens as well that you can order. I'm going to have one more part in this series. I'm going to go over a couple of more board game inserts, including one for Arcadia Quest, which I think fans of that game are really going to like. We also have an insert that we're going to be giving away as part of a contest. So thanks again to our friends at Go7 Gaming for that. This is the Caverna insert. If you'd like to enter the contest, you're going to find a link in the description of this video. Go there, put in your name, your email address, and the code word. The code word is the Twitter account for Go7 Gaming without the @ symbol. Subscribe to their Twitter account. You can get updates on the inserts that they're releasing and projects that they're working on if that interests you. But until the next episode, thanks for watching.